You're a barber surgeon on land, scraping by on rotten teeth and worse pay. Then pirates show up and offer you a job you can't refuse. Literally. Suddenly, you're Mr., a title, a rank, respect you've never had before. You eat real meat. You sleep somewhere dry. This is the best gig of your life. The crew treats you better than the actual sailors who signed up willingly. You start thinking piracy isn't so bad, as long as you're not the one fighting. You get your own chest of tools, your own little corner of the ship. Nobody makes you swing a cutlass. Nobody makes you climb the rigging. For the first time, being useless in a fight is your greatest asset. You've never felt luckier. That should have been your first warning sign. Here's the twist. You never signed the ship's articles like everyone else did. That means you're not really a pirate. You're just pirate-adjacent property. No articles means no formal share, no formal rights, no formal anything. You're essential, but you're not protected. Two very different things at sea. Everyone else chose this life. You were simply the only surgeon nearby. The captain likes you. The captain also owns you, functionally speaking. You start to understand. Value and safety are not the same currency here. Your title is respect. Your contract is silence. Nobody wrote you in. You tell yourself it's fine. You have skills. Skills are leverage, right? Spoiler, leverage only works until someone decides they don't need you anymore. Still, the perks keep coming. Better rum, better rations, better everything. You get spared boarding raids while everyone else risks cutlasses and gunfire. You watch men board burning ships while you stay safely below deck. Being the only surgeon means you're worth more alive than most of the crew. You start to enjoy this arrangement. Maybe piracy really did pick a winner. Your hands are soft. Theirs are scarred. You call that a fair trade. You learn the trade properly now. Salves, splints, the occasional amputation. You practice on rats first. Then, unfortunately, on actual human limbs. Nobody questions your methods. Nobody else here has any better ones either. You are, by pirate standards, doing extremely well for yourself. The crew starts calling you lucky. You start believing it. Dangerously. You've survived months without a single scratch. Everyone else has scars to show. Meanwhile, actual pirates die constantly from splinters, fevers, and bad decisions. You realize your survival depends entirely on everyone else's survival first. That should worry you more than it does. It will, very soon. Then the ship finally sees real battle, and your luck runs out fast. Cannon fire, screaming, splinters flying like shrapnel through the wooden deck. Suddenly, every wounded man on this ship is your personal responsibility. You have one saw, some rum, and absolutely no anesthesia to speak of. The rum, by tradition, is mostly for you, to steady the hand. You are, officially, tolerably drunk while holding a blade near someone's face. This is apparently completely normal. Everyone insists it's completely normal. You stitch the captain's face while both your hands genuinely shake. One wrong slip and you've disfigured the man in charge of your life. He survives. He thanks you. You quietly consider a career change. There is no career change option available on a moving pirate ship. More wounded arrive. The line outside your quarters keeps getting longer. You amputate a leg using tools you'd normally use on furniture. The patient screams. You apologize. Neither helps the situation whatsoever. Somehow, he survives too. Your reputation as lucky only grows stronger. The crew now treats you like a walking miracle worker. No pressure. Every survivor becomes proof that your luck is somehow contagious and reliable. You are now expected to save every single wounded man from now on. Nobody considers that maybe it was luck, not actual medical genius. You've become the ship's most important man, purely by not dying yet. Then, inevitably, a naval warship corners your crew somewhere off the coast. Cannons fire. The ship you called home starts sinking beneath your feet. Surrender happens fast once the outcome becomes mathematically, painfully obvious. You're taken prisoner alongside the exact men whose lives you just saved. At trial, being a surgeon suddenly means absolutely nothing to the judge. The court doesn't care that you never signed the ship's articles. What it cares about is whether you ever touched any stolen plunder. One careless moment, one accepted trinket, and you hang like everyone else. You suddenly remember every gift, every thank you with real cold dread. Did you take anything? Did anyone see you take anything? Think fast. Your entire legal defense now depends on your own selective memory. Other surgeons before you have hanged for exactly this same mistake. Your skill didn't save you from suspicion, only your paperwork might.
Except you never had any real paperwork to begin with, remember? For once, being invisible to the ship's official records might actually help. The court reviews your case and finds something oddly useful about you. Skilled surgeons, it turns out, are rare and expensive to replace.
The judge decides you're more valuable stitched into service than hanged for spite. You are spared. Not out of mercy, but out of raw utility. The very thing that made you replaceable now makes you unkillable. You were never valued as a person, only as a useful tool. That exact fact, which once worried you, is the reason you're alive. You walk free while better, guiltier men swing from the very same gallows. Turns out being genuinely useful beats being genuinely innocent, historically speaking. So next time someone calls you lucky, remember, usefulness is the real luck.